Hello and welcome back to the 11th episode of this Captain of Industries Let's Play. Last time when we left off... wait, before I do the last stuff, I noticed we have some issues here going on. First of all, my control tower that no longer has the correct good things, and that's because we mined this all out. So let's quickly add some additional. I'm gonna stay on this side so that's really like empty this. Actually make this entire line, but then I have to edit the area so it encapsulates that. Okay, sure. Let's also unpause because last time when we left off, we were starting to think about doing concrete. So that's to do concrete, you have to like process limestone, and I decided that I want to put the machines to process limestone over here next to the limestone mine. But we don't have space here yet. So let's double check that the tree harvesting is designated correctly. Yes. Let's check where the tree harvester actually is. There isn't a sign truck here. Okay, so oh, here, and we don't have enough storage for wood. Then it's probably there's a case to be made to just build some storage right here. This is temporary, but so we can store this wood. Let's put it over here. I can't because this isn't flat. Then I guess let's put it over here. That's just for woods. And let's speed up quickly. And while we speed up, I think I'm gonna look at how concrete is actually made. So these concrete slabs. Now, as far as I'm aware, the only thing these are used for is for construction parts, indeed. Okay, so this requires water, crushed slag, sand, and cement. Oh yeah, or we can indeed switch the sand out to the manufactured sand, which is more processed gravelled. Yes. And the crushed slag can switch it with gravel. I'm thinking the slag is mostly going to be produced right here and right now over here. We're going to move the copper over there, but yeah, it's going to have to be moved by a truck. It's too much otherwise to like we live it? No. Yeah, sorry, I'm distracted because I wasn't thinking about why this thing isn't being built. Simply because we don't produce enough stuff. You know what? Pause this belt so all the construction parts are all can be used for things instead of that being used for construction parts too. Okay, hopefully this should be made a bit quicker, and then can do that. And so I think the first thing we do to decide is what recipe I actually want to use. So I think I'm going to use normal sand, not manufactured sand, because you can simply dig it up over here. And then the question is, you use crushed slag or gravel? I don't think we're producing very much rocks right now. So I think I will set it up for crushed slag. Although we're also not producing much slag, probably. Obviously not empty completely. I'm gonna use crushed slag. I think we have sufficient production. Okay, so that's decided. I'm gonna use this recipe. Now to get the orders, first let's think about cement. I think that's gonna be the limitation. So cement is made rotary kiln, limestone, coal. Produces 2 cement every 40 seconds for each rotary kiln. I seem to recall from last time I played this, I knew I want either 2 or 4 of these. I think 4. Start with 2 and then later upgrade to 4. And one rotary kiln so produces 1 cement every 20 seconds. And that corresponds with 2 concrete mixers. But the concrete mixers can be upgraded later to concrete mixers too, which have double speeds. So I think we're gonna build it 1-to-1. Because these can be upgraded in place, and these cannot. Right. I mean, these rotary kiln on gas are faster, but I think... Anyway, this is getting cleared, so that's already good. I think I'm gonna build them 1-to-2 anyway. Let's throw over here, rotary kiln. Yes. Start with 2 inputs on that side, sure. And I think I will need a little bit additional space for various things, especially if I build it 1-to-2. Let's take 3 space. And then I want going to this. So this is cut down first. Recipe is already selected. Concrete mixer. So I want to be behind that. Let's start with just putting it down and pausing it. In the meantime, think about how we're gonna get this crushed slag. So we have 2 concrete mixers. Crushed slag is made by a crusher. Makes 8 crushed slag every 20 seconds. What we need is 6 crushed slag every 40 seconds. It's not an amazing ratio. I mean, not a convenient ratio because it's 8-to-6. But if I just say it's also 8, then I need 1 crusher for each 2 concrete mixers. Although the concrete mixers will be upgraded, this crusher will also be upgraded, but I think it can be upgraded in place. It will be larger if it's upgraded. And then the ratio is even more off. So I don't think we're not going to put the crushers in line, but on a different line, so to speak. So it's more easy to expand. Okay, let's do that. Crushers are over here. And they say I need 1 for every 2 mixers. And we'll use 2 mixers for every 1. Already things are delivered here? No. And I want 2 mixers for every 1 rotary kiln. Yes. I'm still going back and forth whether I want 1 or 2, because in the end, how much costs one of these? 30 construction parts too. I'm like actually considering building them 1-to-1 just so it's easier to build. Because there's one side input here, so if I build them 1-to-2, then these. If I build them 1-to-2, it actually doesn't make sense to build them in this kind of configuration. So we would better be to put them in like L shape. Actually, that might be not a stupid idea. So let's say, just build a bank of rotary kilns in that direction, build the crushers in that direction, and then build the mixers in this direction. Let's do that. Then I can put them super close together, and then if I change my mind about which direction I want something built in, I can simply do it. And let's leave enough space, copy that, and then I can put the crushers over here, like this. And this is a minimum viable product. So let's unpause these. Let's also unpause this belt. Oh, there's a blocked already. That's not good. I'm also checking whether I can actually do its trees. Because I see we have a new vegetable. I saw a vegetable farming. We are researching vegetable farming. We haven't done it yet. Because it's more efficient if you like switch the crops around. I have to look into it, like what the rules were exactly again. But yeah, I'll look into that later. Anyway, we need to put down some belts. That's indeed the trees I want removed right now. Is this filled up? Yeah, this is filled up. And still doesn't have anywhere to go, because the only thing that uses wood is this. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think we have the entire thing we want. Yeah, I'm thinking about if I'm gonna expand this into the left from this perspective. I think it makes sense to put the smokestack on the right. Okay, let's do that. That's waste management, smokestack. I mean, I can also put a smokestack for each individual sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a moment. I can put the smokestack for each individual rotary kiln, but at some point we're gonna want to centralize everything anyway to do like filtering and stuff, and so it's less pollution. And for that, it's useful to already start Yeah, I already started collecting everything. I think this belt can be over here. Just leave enough space so the other stuff can go. I say for the other stuff can go over. We need three belts on top of each other, so we need. Let's imagine that this is the one that goes too high. So that can be like this. Okay, let's do that. Let's say that this goes one high. To this point. I'm gonna say that this is the stuff that goes in here, because this output is one high. No, the input is one high. Then let's go from this way. It's gonna rise as quickly as possible. Okay, that is fine. We want crushed slag here. Okay, and then this belt is like this, like this, like this, like this. From here we go to the bottom belt, and from here we go to the middle belts. There's another type of belt, by the way. These ones are like the, what do you call it again? The U-shaped conveyor, and these are flat conveyors. And the U-shaped conveyors are for like yeah, loose material. The flat are for like packed material. And I made a mistake. Because there is also water input. So this needs one more space. Like that. This goes to the top. This goes to the middle. And this goes to the bottom. And we have to wait until this belt is finished. Okay, fine. In the meantime, let's put together all the different storages that will be needed for this. So we need coal, we need limestone, we'll need slag, we'll need sand, and we'll need water. I think I'm gonna put them in an order, like one of these two will have to go up first, so we have to pay attention to that. Let's make sure we have enough space. I think it's fair to like go here and then down as fast as possible. Start with that, and then I think the loose storage for coal can be right here. Then the loose storage for, no, let's move this one bit. Then the looms. Okay, I want this here. I want this here, but then this belt has to move a little bit so you can have space underneath. Okay, next I think we'll put a water tank. And this truck got stuck. Perfect. Okay. That's how you get the truck unstuck. I think he also lost. The tree harvester lost that truck, so let's give it back. Okay, then what I was doing here. Need more trucks. Like we're on speed 3 and it's like don't have enough trucks. Let's build a bunch more. Like in one of the updates they also increased the vehicle limits, so just build more trucks. It's okay. Next we'll want water storage, then we'll want sand storage, and then we'll want slag storage. So let's assign these all. This should be limestone, this should be coal, this should be water, this should be sand, and this should be slag. Okay, cool. I think that's a good amount of time for this episode. Next episode I'll come back and finish all this cabling up, so to speak. Thank you all for watching, and until next time. Bye.